at the podcast here. And Hello and Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to another reviving episode with Digital Mind. Today we are diving deep into the world of cyber psychology, focusing on our young digital natives and how technology impacts their developing minds. Joining us is the brilliant professor Dr. Rakesh Kriplani, a leading expert in cyber psychology and ERF at Rashtriya Raksha University, India. Welcome, Dr. Kriplani.
Thank you, Sakshi, for inviting for this podcast. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for accepting our request, sir. I'm really glad that you are here. Before moving into our conversation, I want my audience to be aware about foundation of cyber psychology. So please highlight what cyber psychology is all about.
So, basically, commonly everybody is aware about cyber security. So, when I say cyber psychology from last lectures, when school principal or any authority, they usually say, okay, I know about cyber security. So, cyber security is something, basically, we can say cyber psychology is the backbone of cyber security. The cause effect relationship of any problem, whether it is about the prey, the predator, the victim, the hacker, the criminal, or basically the positive factor. Why there is to all these problems? Why is present, right? Or why a person who is aware about he has to avoid sharing the OTP or something. Even then he shares the OTP online or he gives his photograph to somebody. So the positive factor lies into the cyber psychology aspect. So cyber psychology is something basically the science of understanding how human behave, how human interacts with the computer, interfaces with the computer. It's a combination here basically, the interaction between the computer or the behavior of human and the computer together. That's basically cyber psychology. It's a very vast topic.
Yeah, it's interesting to know that, sir, because we have already heard about cybersecurity, cybercrime, but this is a new term that we have recently heard, cyber psychology. And thank you for making the audience aware about the exact terminology. So let's kick off with a very fundamental query. How does exposure to technology influence the psychological development of children?
That's important. And come to the main point exactly because children are more affected for this thing. So everything has two sides. Every pros and cons of that you can say. Every coin has a two sides. So same with the technology part also. So we have pros and cons both the things. So the way you use it is important, basically whether it's going to be the positive side or the negative side. So the children basically, I've been working on cyber cyber for last 10 to 12 years. The moment podcast started, at that time I started working on this thing. And before pandemic itself, I was doing a lot of workshops in schools and communities about creating awareness about cyber technology, like how the problems are going to come up in the near future. I was not knowing that pandemic is going to come up and is going to escalate the problem so far, in which I was studying about for next 10 years. It started evolving in 2 years. So what has happened now, children, a lot of problems have started now. Their routine has got disturbed now. Maximum the generation alpha, which is those who are born after 2010 and Gen Z, they are sleeping late in the night, early morning at 2, 4 a.m. they are sleeping. They're drowsy in school, their behavior addiction has changed now. So there's a new type of addiction called the mobile or screen addiction that has come up. Now relationship perception has changed, like they are more into online relationships than offline relationships. And overall mental health, we can say, because of addiction, because of the screen time, it has deteriorated now in a very larger extent. So when we talk about technology, the positive side is definitely they are more exposed to a lot of information, right from internet to reels and shorts that has come up now. So obviously they are more skilled with a lot of things from YouTube. They learn a lot of things. I'm like my child is 13 years old, his parents are 12 years old. They know about liquidity, they know about access now because of online knowledge which they are getting. That's a positive side. The thing is that like because of the overexposure during the lockdown period, so now the addiction has become on a very larger scale. And apart from this, the cybercrime which has come up now with technology, children are facing a lot of problems, right? From extortion, cyberbullying is one of the major problems we can be discussing about in later on. That's the major thing. So mental health has gone down, depression, anxiety, it has come up now. Children are feeling fatigue, exhaust. That's a very common complaint in every home. Every parent may be noticing this thing. The children are saying, I am feeling exhausted, thak gaya hu, they are saying. So it is because of the over screen time. So many problems have come up of mental health now because of technology.
It's a pertinent balance indeed. But and as you have highlighted very correctly, that technology serves as a double-edged sword, and I am totally agreeing with that because it can foster the creativity and learning. And on a certain note, there should be a crucial strike balance between the digital engagement and the holistic growth. So, with that note, social media, as you have currently highlighted, are realm deeply intertwined with the lives of our young ones. What are the key psychological impact of platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok on their minds? As you have rightly highlighted on some points that because of that they are growing into a positive note also, but a badly note also. So, what are the key psychological impact that children and young ones are getting it right now?
So Facebook has its own lab in US for psychology lab. The purpose of this lab is basically to make more and more people addicted. And when I say on these social platforms, so I mean also come the algorithm to ban me to say all of this to number of times. So I'm on the negative list of Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram. So if you go on my Facebook, you'll find that I have a 5,000 followers, but my post usually goes only about one or two people. So because I say all this, I'm anti-policy of them. So this particular lab has a sole purpose. All neuropsychologists, neuropsychiatrists, and social media is sitting there to make people more hooked to do online things. So there's a lot of research on this. So that's basically a working with. So as you know, like what happened in Punjab. So Pakistani people they do marijuana and other things in the field free of cost. So initially people 10 years back they took up and they smelled it out, they found something interesting. They started consuming and later on they started doing as a drug peddler. And in 10 years of period we lost Punjab and every second home there is a drug addict person there and there's a big problem of drug management. Even the government is not able to help them out and that has affected even the recruitment in the defense forces also. In one decade, they basically tried to completely tarnish completely, we can say, the Punjab battalion, or we can say the recruitment process indirectly. Same thing has happened with Facebook also. They are giving us free Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. And in one decade, we have seen now internet addiction has become a part of our life. Now everybody is facing the problem now. It's only in one decade. So now, when we talk about how it has impacted, like a lot of people they don't know about this thing, like the free internet, like they control the site, they control the site of not only the laptop, the front camera or the mobile front camera. Like even those who are listening to me, they are not aware that 90% of the people those who are listening to me, their front camera is on for 24/7. So they're not aware of all the personal movements or the personal interactions they face or the video is recorded there and they will transmit it to or will sell off to the porn hubs or the common people. The data is sold there. So this is one thing which they have basically set a spy in our pocket, we can see the spy in our pocket where everybody, everything, all whatever interaction we are doing, even if this when I am talking to you, my mobile may be sending all this audio to them and then the moderators listening to it. So this is one part which has impacted in a very different way and they are not aware about this thing. And internet, when we talk about Reels, Instagram and Facebook and others, and directly to the names also all the platforms, not only social platforms, they tell us our children or with us also that every second they feel there is someone else like is much better than this. So basically somebody buying a car, somebody getting going for a vacation, or somebody putting up a filtered photograph and feels that his self-image is down.
Definitely.
So somewhere a person starts feeling to me like a typical, I am not enough, nor I am enough parents, or I don't have that car with me, I don't have a vacation here. So depression comes up with that, anxiety comes up with that, feeling मेरा life पर चलनी चल रहा है. With these children also they started now doing a lot of flex. So in Alpha, they know the word called flex. A lot of millennial parents, they are not aware about the word called flex. They wanted to flex it out with the Jordan shoes, with AirPods, and with their lot of different brands, iPhone 14 Pro Max or 15. So this is because they just wanted to post it out. So instead of eating a good food, they wanted to put up a snap. They wanted to tell this, okay, I have found this thing. I have come here in a good ambience place. So they wanted to have things there.
Yes.
So in this way, people have started children have started living into the virtual world. So they have more friends virtually. You must have seen in your younger brothers and sisters or also listening to the parents must have noticed it. When they go to a party, all the children sitting on one corner and just interacting with each other on mobile. They're sitting beside. They don't talk to each other. So they're interacting through their chat. If they wanted to share each other's needs, they don't talk verbal. It has impacted the communication, the expression part also, the creativity part also, the cognition, the perception, the reflection. So when we talk about attention, Sakshi in the earlier period, 1945, 60 and above period, the baby boomer generation, the movies, Mughal Azam movie for 9 hours. Then 60 to 80 generation, the movie came to 3 hours. Then 80 to 2000, it went to 1.5 hours. And then Gen Z and Alpha, so now we have a reel of 30 seconds. So
That's
the
really,
attention span has come down now.
hmm that's really an eye-opening, Dr. Kriplani. What I have catched up, and that's very interesting to note, and that's our very much informative in our agendas. And you have rightly said that the pressure to conform and the fear of missing out is quite impact that the self-esteem and the mental well-being in the adolescents. So they are quite being into trendy, and they are want to be into the social media platforms to get them into the addicted, not only to the addicted but also to get them engaged into that social media through reels, through snaps and other social media platforms with new innovative notions. But when we talk about the another term, that is screen time in on the mobile phones, it's the another hot button issue. Can excessive screen time affect a child's behavior and mental health, according to you?
Great person. So, like, it's basically not about the timing only, it affects the brain neural circuit also. So, Facebook, earlier partner, they were reviewing about this thing when Facebook started as a technology that came to a conclusion that it's going to affect the dopamine chemical years back. So, there is a documentary on BBC Live also where this earlier partners of Facebook, they had a lot of disagreement with things like what are you doing and don't go for this thing. Further on, this will ruin the complete brain. Facebook people move ahead with that particular research and they say don't watch it for this thing. So it happens same here also, like dopamine chemicals they circulate, the neural circuit, the neural pathway to the brain. So when it comes to screen time, so WHO says or the addiction criteria say more than 1 hour is addiction. So in India we don't consider 1 hour. Everybody is on 2 3 hours. They are hooked up on mobile. So everybody is addicted. So there's a new criteria where it is 2 to 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours, and more than 4 to 6 hours. There is mild, moderate, and severe category of addiction. So it affects the dopamine. So it's a reward cycle where a person feels like, okay, if I post something, if I get a like, I feel high at that moment. Again, there is a buzz. I post something, I feel high. This is basically the reward circuit, persuasion circuit, which is there with the dopamine. So actually, screen time affects the chemical first. Okay, so that affects the basically you can see on the face the child gets dull, a little bit lazy, then he becomes sedentary, he's more on that mobile screen time. For anything, it's not only gaming about some of social media or scrolling off any reels or adult also, not for children, in adults also. There's a little bit of time. So it is a chemical, neurochemical based problem which comes to the brain. It's not about only the timing or the behavior pattern. It's about the so addiction has screen timing has a very big effect on the brain aspect, the cognition, the timing, the reflection. the basically even the academic goals also goes down with that particular thing. The sleep pattern gets disturbed because of the blue emissions of light. Even then disturbs the sleep pattern also. So there's a lot of effects are
So,
there.
Dr. Kriplani, there are certain screen timing that people and the young ones are getting it because of the educational agendas of their into accepting their into livelihoods. So, if there are 8 hours of schooling or dummy schooling that they are getting from the online platforms, and with that note, this screen timing automatically will increase. So, what kind of advice will you give to the young ones on this note?
So both the skill lines are different. When you are playing a game where you get a reward in that thing, and there is a kick there in the brain,
True.
and you feel like you're getting something. And when you are doing a performance online, like you are doing the homework or you're
True.
just attending sessions, so there is a different area of brain work
Mm-hmm.
for that thing. So here, when it comes to the academic part, for that maybe the eye, the hand, the elbow, the syndrome, spondylitis, headache, which may physical problems are more attachable rather than psychological because they are not getting rewards there at that moment. But when they are getting playing PUBG or Free Fire or something, there is a reward circle active at that moment. Especially with reels and other things also because there is a scoring of time at that. So these both things are different, but definitely, we have to educate, we have to create awareness among children in schools, other places, like how physical fitness can be associated with that particular thing, setting exercises, because the folded leg basically it creates even hypoxia in the brain, like there is a small spurt of stoppage of oxygen to the brain, which creates DVT, deep brain thrombosis. It's also called venous thrombosis. In that case, in heart attack or cardiac arrest in the children also, or the brain stroke also. Holding of leg for long hours, for 7 to 8 hours. A lot of children, they fold the legs and they play games or they lie down on the bed for that. So physical problems are more when it comes to academic or research. So that for that basically schools and other educational institutions they should tell them what type of stretching exercise and after every 20 30 minutes what they have to do with their eyes, that is blinking of eyes and other interventions for that. That can save it.
Yeah, that's a wise advice, Dr. Kiplani. Now, how can parents foster a healthy relationship between their children and the technology? Because this is a very mass question that people nowadays are asking in when parents are asking about the relation for the technology and the children, because parents are really worried about these kind of scenarios. So, with that note, what's your advice on it?
So I will request all the parents who are listening to me to your podcast is that they should understand the generation. So the generation has been divided into five categories. 1945 to 60 is the baby boomer generation. So their in-laws, father-in-law, grandparents at home, a very mathematical, systematic generation. Those are in the partition and the freedom fight of India. So systematic means that they have the children at 8:30, they sleep properly by 10:30, they wake up in the morning, they go for a walk, and they have the breakfast in the morning 8:30. And without news, their life is not getting survival because they wanted to have a newspaper and a TV news at home. So very systematic and very mathematical people. This is 1945 to 60. If they have at home, we are lucky to have people at home from whom you can learn simple living, high thinking. They have a small 800 rupees mobile, but they are happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, the most important series what they wanted to see South India Prime Control because they are worried about the society, like what's going on in society. This is 1945 to 60 to 80 is basically Generation X. This generation is basically Dharmendra Rajkumar, is the movie of Devana, the romantic era where there was the entrepreneurship came up and everybody was thinking big at that time. Bada Ghar, Bada Instan, Bada Ye, everything Bada was the perspective. 60 to 80 generation is generation parents who are listening to me, you can rate yourself. That time everybody wanted to have a big car, big home, and जो शशि कपूर का लगा तेरे पास क्या है मेरे पास घर है गाड़ी है घोड़ा है that was the dialogue at that time. 80 to 2000 this is called basically millennials. So at this moment we saw images of TV, internet, every technology started coming up, and there was a concept of Indo-Western fusion. People thought of having 5 days working, 6 days doing a party, and 7 days going for yoga and dietary mantra. So they wanted to have a combination of that. 2000 onwards generation that's called the Gen Z generation, which is genetically intelligent. They open up the switch, and basically the puberty comes at 8.5 years in India, and there was 14 years of age, and with a very different overlapping beliefs, values, perceptions towards life, and even for the relationship also. Very intelligent generation. They are very much thoughtful about the conservation, about the climate, about water conservation, about forest, everything, whatever goes to the global way, they think about that. But parents complain कि हमारे बारे में नहीं सोचता, he doesn't think about it. And he goes into the room, he puts up a earphone and a music, he doesn't want to come out of the room. So parents complain are there. So this is called Gen Z. And then generation 2010 onwards, called Alpha. So genetically intelligent, 5G generation. So these are a 5G generation. Gen Z is 4G, millennial is 3G, and 60 to 80 is 2G. So somebody who has born now, parents are people born to 60 to 80, and if your child is born in 2010, there is a three generation gap between.
True.
So the communication, the expression, the perception toward life, there is a wide difference. Say about the communication part. Communication is so different that generation X and Y wanted to discuss and share elaboratively everything, like what I am doing at this second. Elaborative. Everything is talking in the depth. Whether you wanted to listen or not, I am talking it elaborate. But generation Gen Z and Alpha want to go for a short communication because they belong to the emoji generation. So a mother who from 60, 80, she wants to say, you pick up this mobile and keep there, she will not say in this way. She will go in a very elaborative thing. यार उसका दिमाग खराब कर दिया, मेरा सर दुख रहा है, काम वाली भाई नहीं आई है, पापा ऐसा कर रहे, राशन खाया है, तूने ऐसा किया, वैसा उठा, यहाँ से मोबाइल वहां रख दे. The child thinks I'm not understanding what she said, whether she was complaining about the family side or papa or about the relative, what was the matter? Again, mother scolds and she says, समझाने के मैंने क्या बोला? तो मैं वही सोच रहा हूँ कि आपने क्या बोला? And then she says, pick up the mobile. Okay, this was the task. But now it has three stages to filter that. So there is a communication here. So parents who want to create a good bond with the children, this particular generation, they need to understand the generation first. Their perception, their lifestyle. They're not bad, they're good. They think about very well, they are very entrepreneurial, they wanted to do business, they wanted to have big money. Nothing wrong in that. Only thing, the information, difference between information and knowledge, they're not aware about that. Every information they consider to be knowledge and they feel they are much better than the authority because the parents are not updated. Second thing, if parents want to say a child don't use mobile excessively, they have to check it out whether they use the mobile excessively or not, whether they are the role model for that. Father full day talking to phone and on screen time, mommy 24 she's on WhatsApp. But when she says the child don't use the mobile, they say you are also using it. It's a culture of a home, everybody is using it. What's wrong with it?
It's an
So here they have to
yeah.
understand the language.
That's true, Dr. Kripalani. You have rightly said that open communication and the bonds that parents should maintain with the children, and they have to set a boundary and foundations as well as the bonds that needs to be set up. And these are very crucial to encourage the diverse activities and establishing the tech-free zones for the younger ones. And you have very well elaborated the Gen Zs and Alphas and millennials into a very much innovative way. So, cyberbullying is one of the concept and a concerning facet of the digital world. How does it shape children's mental health in this digital age?
Cyberbullying is a very big problem. So every school, wherever I do my workshop, there are a number of girls and boys that are coming up with a complaint. Recently, in one school, I did a workshop around 7 to 8 girls. They came up and they started complaining that a boy who was threatening them that I will be using AI to mock them and I will sending news photographs. So they didn't complain to anybody after the workshop. They came to me and then we started processing with the school authority action for that particular boy. So cyberbullying basically is a very common thing and the most like earlier we used to talk about 10 years back about bullying in school and in other countries bullying was a major problem where around 20-80% children were reluctant to go to school because of bullying. Now it's about cyberbullying and it's at home itself, it's a mobile itself. So cyberbullying has a very negative impact or we can say drastic impact on mental health because they're not able to share it. When I ask these girls, like, why you haven't shared to the principal or the teacher or the parents, they say the mother, father will think you are only responsible and they will basically snatch the mobile basically. They complain, we will not have a mobile with us. So getting hooked up to the mobile, and the mobile will be basically withdrawn from them. Still, a lot of children they don't play with them. So here the parents they have to give assurance if such things are happening with you. So we are not going to make you responsible for that thing and we are not going to withdraw the mobile from you. Because of that, they are suffering alone with that. So my negative impact is a lot. And like all the children which are listening to me, especially with Gen Z Alpha, if you think Instagram and Snapchat is the most safest one, and you can do and write anything or post anything. It's the most basically hacked, more platform. The number of cases usually comes to the department where basically from these two platforms. So cyberbullying comes from there only, and mental health, like we say, it has a very negative part, drastically negative part in that. They get into depression, anxiety, and panic attack, especially in panic attack. I have seen every second month I am seeing in IPD, the hospital, people those who come, children those who come there because of cyberbullying, they try to attend suicide sometimes. Like you must have read about 2 days back, the case which has happened in Ujjain, where a boy who basically posted some video of wearing a sari or something just for a joke, and he was bullied by everybody, he was trolled by everyone, and he committed suicide. So these are the adverse things which is happening now. 2 days back, it has happened in Indore. Okay.
Valuable advice that you have put on, and you have given a very fantastic insights on the same. So my last foremost question that I want to ask you, Dr. Kripalani, that valuable advice that you have taken on the for the parents and the caregivers. So how can educators and the policymakers address these psychological challenges arising from the digital children's digital engagement? When we come to the collaboration between the educator, policymakers, and the psychologists like you, very much important, and it is very vital. So implementing what kind of areas and the policymakers should take a call on and should address these psychological challenges, and how?
So, first of all, now, the grace of God has been successful in reaching all the authorities in India, and they've been very much helpful to us and proactive in taking steps in cyber psychology, because earlier they were very discussing about cyber security. They used to send messages and WhatsApp messages used to come, or holdings were there. There are booklets on cyber security, which children are basically putting on their fear for that. They stop for us basically, because we don't have mobile banking or something which will not listen to this. Now, higher authorities, right from the education department to the ministry to various college universities, so they have they have been endorsing these things that cyber technology exists. So now, maybe in next 2 3 months, we will find insight from CBSE to all the boards. They will be using this type of language which I am using here in the school system. So the most important thing, technology, without technology, children cannot survive. This is most important. So this message has to be given to them also, that we are not against the technology. It's about how you use that technology that is important. So for that, the educational program awareness has to be given in school. It should be not only about cyber security. It should be not only about cyber safety. It should be about more about cyber psychology, to understand their impulsivity, to understand basically greed, lust, gambling, relationship, online dating. This should not be a taboo to discuss about. 2 days back, I was just interacting with an authority, and a very big authority, and she said, "Don't you think the relationship word is too early to share with class 9 students?" I said, "Ma'am, where are you staying? You're too far from the fact. Class 1 and 2 children, they are supporting each other. 4 class students, they are sharing new selfies to each other. And for class 9 to say it's a taboo to use the word relationship and replace it by friendship, I don't agree with this thing." So I think the educators, the teachers, the higher authorities to understand that how the LG Alpha has come up now, the 5G and 4G system. Now 2025, the middle generation is going to come. That is 6G now. So it's more upgraded generation, and you can see the challenges coming up. So the education, educators, policy makers, all of them, they should first of all enroll in this particular field. Second thing, alternative has to be given now. Okay, if I say say somebody don't use mobile, the second question comes to the mind of the child, what to do then? Tell me the second option. So sports facilities should be increased everywhere. Sports arena, sports classes, school curriculum with sports classes should be there. So sports should be increased for the parents also. Instead of child coming back at 4 o'clock from the school, then again going for 4.5 hours for the tuition. By 9 o'clock he comes back, he says, I will meet my friends today. He goes on mobile and starts chatting with them. Because for him this is what meeting with friends is. He should be given offline options also. Okay, look 2 hours of tuition, 3 hours, 2 hours meeting with the friends, what we used to do earlier. He should go and play with them. He should go for sports. So alternative should be there. Third, mobile detox. Okay, that is internet fasting. That has to be done as a home everywhere. All the policymakers, there should be school 1 day no internet program, 1 day internet fasting day should be announced by the government of India. 1 day
Is
no
it
internet
possible,
everything for the
Dr.
partners,
Kriplani,
just like other
that is it possible that we can have this kind of days?
yeah, we are trying with the community and successfully we have told them that what we can do is 15 minutes, start the 15 minutes during the dinner time. Keep a small mobile box there, little mobile box of that. And everybody when they are having the dinner, they should put up the mobile in that and just have a mindful eating for 15 minutes. Then practice this for lunch, dinner, and breakfast initially, and slowly, gradually seeing that how they can release themselves from mobile. This is what exactly can be done. So initially, but few schools they are planning this scheme at least to announce once in a year something where all of them, the family will have this particular day, and they will be sharing the experience in the school how was the day without having any sort of gaming or something.
That's
And
true.
that's only for a day because without that technology you cannot stay back or without internet. So we are just trying it, experimenting. So alternative should be there. Somewhere detox should be
Absolutely.
there. Fortunately, I just share with all my audiences. I'm coming with one of the world's first mobile detox rehab centers at Goa. So it's going to be a rehabilitation complete resort there, where from all over the world people will come down there to get rid of mobile addiction, or they can feel their 10 to 15 days they can stay there and feel like without mobile how they can have a better life. So that's coming up in the Goa in the island there. So very soon we are announcing it. So I think this proactive steps from policymakers in the school curriculum, uh, right from people like you, those who are creating awareness, community, they should come up. So I think that will at least create an insight in the students that okay, I can control my thought process. Otherwise, if you see Japan, I was in Japan last month. So at that time I saw everybody is so busy in mobile, they don't put up the heads up, they are just moving with this way. And surgery, every second child who was surgery there. And there is a concept called Hikikomori in Japan. Lack of youth, they have confined themselves into the room. They don't come out of the room for months and years, and they just do their work at home itself. So the government tries to intervene, but there is no solution there. So I'm worried about this thing. In India, the concept of Hikikomori should not come here. So for that, we need to start now so that we can save alpha and beta generation, both of them.
Absolutely, Dr. Kriplani. It takes like a village to navigate these kind of digital landscape. But your insights have been very invaluable, and thank you for shedding light on this crucial aspect of our digital era. And thank you for having for giving us the insights and the important points over this digital uh, minds navigating the cyber psychology and children. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to our another episode of Digital Minds Navigating Cyber Psychology and Children. We'll be back soon with more captivating discussions on global issues. Until then, stay curious, stay engaged. Goodbye for now.